wanted to get ready with you guys today, and I'm gonna use the Odens Eye and Trick or Treat Halloween palette again. I mean, Odens Eye and Angelica Nyqvist Trick or Treat palette again. Sorry, I am so tired. I'm actually getting ready to do a game night with my friends later. Because I went to Comic-Con on Friday, so I wanted to talk to you guys all about Comic-Con. So I'm just going to prime with my Anastasia eye primer, and then we can get into the look. So yeah. Just hold on one second. Just getting distracted by what my other friend said. My voice is so shot from Comic-Con, but I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. And I really wanted to do another look with the Halloween palette for you guys, because I've only done one look so far, and I've used it like 3 times now, and I'm so obsessed with the looks that I've been getting out of it, so I really wanted to use it again today. I'm just telling my friend that I want to stop at the liquor store before we go to my friend's house, because my friend actually said that she doesn't want us there until like 5 now, and it's only 3 o'clock, but I figured I would just get ready because I'm already up and I actually just ate some lunch. So it's actually a little bit better that we eat a little later. But my voice is still pretty shot from Comic-Con. Like, my voice has still been recovering, I feel like, so. So I just told my friend that he doesn't have to be here until like 4:15 because my friend said that we don't need to be there till 5. So let's talk about Comic-Con. So I wore my Disney Aurora Prince Philip dress. I'll show you guys what I wore in a minute. But it was a great time, but I still feel like I am recovering from it. I am just still so tired. Because we did so much walking that day. I don't think I've walked that much since Universal. And I even feel like Universal was not as tiring because at least we took a break in between like riding rides. So I'm just going to go into the Trick or Treat palette as I'm talking. Probably just tell you guys what I used at the end. I think I'm going to do the burgundy look with this palette today because I've been kind of dying to go into these reds. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I was going to do that look when I wore like more like a red plaid shirt, but I just feel like doing it today because I didn't feel like wearing that shirt today. I'm wearing my Villains Disney shirt, so I just felt like wearing that today because I'm just going over their house, so I didn't feel like wearing a plaid, even though a plaid's not really that dressy either, but I just didn't feel like wearing that. So I'm going into the shade, I think Cemetery is lighter than the other one. Yeah, I'm going to go into Cemetery first because Cemetery is Cemetery. I'm like Cemetery is a little bit like bit lighter. So it's like more of a lighter red. So I'm going to use that first. So I woke up around like 8:20 the morning of Comic-Con because me and my friend were going to take the train from his train station because my train station charges for, that is blending out super nicely. For a red, that blended out really nice. That's super smooth. Okay, so anyway, so we wanted to take the 10:30 train from his train station because, like, when I get up, I have to eat breakfast and I have to get ready and, like, do my makeup and then I have to get dressed and everything. So by the time I was done with that, it was like 9:45. So it didn't take me like that long to get ready. I started doing my makeup like a little bit before 9, and I was done by like probably 9:30, and then I just got my shoes on and left. So I got to his place a little bit after 10, and then we were going to take the 10:30 train. But he actually ended up leaving his badge that you need to, like the tag that you need to get into Comic-Con, because they scan that, because that's literally your pass, like your ticket to get in. And he left it there, like literally right before we were gonna pull into the train station. He's like, oh fuck, I left it at home. And I was like, I'm gonna kill you, Chris, but we have to go back because you need that in order to get in. So this is blending so smoothly, I can't even like tell if I'm putting on too much or not. It just looks so good. Like, that is one of the smoothest reds I've ever used. Like, that's really nice. So we had to go back and get it, and I was ready to kill him, but then that meant that I didn't have to get up so friggin' early. My neck is still killing me, my shoulders are killing me, my legs are killing me, but mostly like my neck. And I did get a massage the day before. Did not help. I mean, I was relaxed to go, but then it just did not do enough. And I'm like kind of sleep deprived right now because I really just have been going to sleep too late, so I need to go to bed earlier. So now I'm going to go into that shade Vampire Fangs, and I'm going to use that to deepen it up. I just really wanted this to be like a burgundy blood red kind of look today, and I'm obsessed with it already. I think it looks so good. Because, like, reds are kind of neutral to me, so, and I love red eyeshadow. These kind of remind me of the reds that are in the Melt Waiting Room palette, which I still need to use this fall as well. I've been trying to rotate a lot of fall palettes, but then when this palette came, I'm like, I need to use this, but I've used mostly every single ColourPop palette that I've wanted to use this fall, so that's progress. There's only like a couple of other like Halloween palettes that I need to use, but this was definitely going to be the one I was going to use the most, like, hello, and I'm not really going to use this after October's over, so yeah, that looks so good. So anyway, so we had to go back and get his badge. And then we ended up taking the 11 a.m. train. So at least he only lives like 10 minutes away. So we got back to his place at like 10:35. And then we got back to the train station at like 10:50. So it wasn't even that late. And then we just waited for that train. But the problem with that train is that it transferred at Jamaica. Not that the transfer was a big deal, but it just took longer to get there. To get to Penn, to get into the city, because it transferred. So we didn't get to Penn until like almost 12:40. It was originally supposed to get in at 12:30, but it kept on getting delayed for some reason. Like, that's why I kind of like taking my train from my line, because no one takes my train. Like, no one knows about my train station, because everybody takes the train from like the main town station from here, and that station is such a pain in the ass. I never take that train, and also it's not really that safe there. So that's why I always take the train from my train station. It's just so much easier. And also you don't have to pay for parking. But also, I wanted to take the train from his station anyway because it's a little bit easier than him coming here. And also, like, if he came here and forgot his badge, that would have been even worse. So I'm glad that we were already, like, near his place. So it wasn't really, like, that far to go back and get it. So the reason why we didn't take the train from my station, though, is because they charge at my station on weekdays, like most train stations do. from 9 to 5, unless you have like a parking pass and whatever. And I'm like, I'm not fucking dealing with that. So we went back and got the badge and then came back and took the train. And then we didn't get into Penn until like 12:40. So like by that point, it didn't really matter what time we got to Comic-Con. So we didn't get there until like 1. So basically, we actually checked the panel schedule on the train. And honestly, there was really no panels that we had any desire to go to. But that's the reason why we were so tired at the end. Because we didn't sit until like we sat down to eat dinner. Like that's how long we were on our feet for, walking around the entire fucking time. And that's why my feet are fucking dying. But I also feel like I need a massage again at some point because my neck is killing me and so is my shoulders. And I might just go get another massage like tomorrow because, yeah, it just hurts a lot. So for my lid, I'm going to go into the signature shade in the palette, which is called Trick or Treat. And I'm so excited because it's such a stunning like red. I don't think I have any colors remotely similar to this in my entire collection. And that is just super pretty. Oh my god, I love this palette. I've just been obsessed with it since I've gotten it. And I'm so happy that I got to use the reds today because they are stunning. And it's like such a beautiful, like shifty, goldish red. It's just so pretty. So, when we got into Comic-Con, we literally just spent a good 2 hours looking at merch because you have not seen more merch in your entire life unless you go to Comic-Con. It is insane, like how much merch there is there. It took us 6 hours to go through all of it. That's how long we looked at merch for. So we went through the merch for a good 2 hours. And I bought just a t-shirt then. I bought everything else pretty much the second half of us looking at merch. So he bought 2 shirts and I bought 1. Because we went to this first stand where where there was a deal going on where if you get 3 shirts, it's $75. So I was like, okay, I'll get 1 and he can get 2 because I have enough fucking t-shirts, but also I really wanted one of them. So I just got 1 and he got 2. And then he also got the free poster. And I didn't need the free poster, but if you also did that deal, you get a free poster and the poster is like $30. So it's actually a pretty good deal. I was like, that's actually really, really good because like there's some other stands are so friggin' expensive there. Like, we only shopped at like the moderately priced ones, or I only bought one thing that I really, really want and the souvenir that I get every year now. And I'm just so glad that Chris was able to experience his first Comic-Con and he was obsessed. He loved it. But he was just as overwhelmed as I was. He was like, it was a little bit too much for me. I'm like, I know. I'm like, and Chris absolutely loves merch. Like, every time we go to something, we cannot pull him away from the merch. Like, when we went to Medieval Times, he did not want to stop looking at merch. And we're like, Chris, we have to go inside. But it's just hilarious. So, anyway. And then I think he got a couple of prints after that. Because he really wants to put some prints up on his new place. I keep on forgetting that now he can come later because originally it was going to have to be ready at like 3:45 and it's like 3:15 right now. So I'm like really glad that I have like a good hour to do my makeup because I really didn't feel like rushing, but I am so goddamn tired. And I had like a full 2 shots of espresso this morning, but it's mostly my fault because I've been going to sleep too late. So I don't know why I keep on going to bed so late, but my clock is always off, I swear to God. So anyway, so then after We looked at merch for 2 hours. I was like, Chris, we should go eat something because if we don't, we're just going to forget to eat and then we are not going to eat again until dinner. And all I had in the morning was a breakfast bar because I honestly was not hungry and I just ate the breakfast bar in the car on the way to him. Because I didn't really want to waste time eating breakfast and also like I wasn't even that hungry, so I was like I'll just have a breakfast bar. And I made coffee while I was doing my makeup, like right before. So then I was at least going to be able to drink coffee like before I left. Because I didn't want to drink coffee in the car because I always like having at least some water after I have coffee. So I brought water with me when I was eating in the car, like on the way to him. You need to know all of my habits of what I did during the course of the whole day. Okay, so let me go grab my sponge and then we'll do my face. Okay, so now I'm just gonna spray and prime my face. Same old stuff. I think I'm gonna use the e.l.f. putty primer today. I haven't used this one in a little while. And I didn't even grab my foundation, but I feel like I should use this today. I've been using like the Power Grip primer almost every day. I just find that this primer is a little bit dry, but I think it'll be fine. I'm just gonna use a little bit of that. But also I haven't used it in a little while, so I should use it. And it's like a gripping primer too, because it has such a tackiness to it, so it should be pretty good. But also like I don't really care about my foundation like lasting that long today because I'm actually gonna go in with a lighter weight one because I don't feel like wearing full coverage today. So let me just grab it real quick. I don't know why I'm making you guys wait. I don't really care. Okay, so for my concealer and foundation, I think I'm going to use the I'm definitely using the Makeup Forever HD. And then for my concealer, I think I'm just going to use the Makeup by Mario. I could use the HD concealer, but I think I'm just going to use that tomorrow. Because I still want a little bit of coverage underneath my eyes. So I'm going to use the Makeup Forever foundation. So after we looked at merch for 2 hours, we went to eat. Take a little bit more. And there's like a huge food center in the middle of the Javits Center, and they always have like food for everybody because everybody goes to get lunch there pretty much, unless you had went and ate lunch before and your first cup coming into Comic-Con, or if you like came in the morning and then you left and then you came back. Like some people do that and they go eat lunch somewhere else, but we always eat dinner afterwards, and we always get lunch in the Javits Center because they have good food. And also, like, we don't want to leave. Like, we just want to go eat and then go back. Chris did not want to go eat. He's like, but why? And I was like, no, we really should go eat. I'm like, I really don't want to wait until, like, dinner time to eat because I know I'm going to be friggin' starving then. Even though I wasn't even that hungry by the time lunchtime rolled around. But I knew I had to eat something. So we got like a couple of things to share. We got the pizza. We got like 2 slices of cheese pizza. He was still like looking at other stuff when I was on the line for pizza. And then he got on the separate line to go get chicken fingers. So he got the chicken fingers and fries. And then I went over to the end after I got the pizza. And I got these like dumplings, which I actually got last year with my friend, and I remember them being like decently good, so I went to go get those again, just in case if the pizza wasn't good. So the pizza was awful. The dumplings were okay. They're not like the best dumplings ever, but they're edible. Like, they're good. The chicken fingers were really, really good. And so were the fries. I was like, I guess you made the right choice. But I was like, the pizza is probably like not the best, but it's probably not terrible. It was awful. He thought it was terrible, and he usually like hates wasting food, and he was like, this is terrible. And I was like, yeah, like you don't even have to finish it. Like, I don't care. Because I bought the pizza and the dumplings, and he got the chicken fingers and the drinks. And I was like, I don't even care if you finish it or not. But the pizza slices were $8 a piece. I'm like, that's expensive as fuck. Like, the chicken fingers and fries were $16. And the dumplings were $16, but the dumplings had 8 dumplings in them. So I thought both of the chicken fingers and the dumplings were worth it, but the pizza was so overpriced. I was like, I don't even know why I bought it. It's like at that point, you don't really think about it. You're just, hungry. And I was like, whatever, we'll eat it. We could barely even eat it. It was terrible. But we finished the chicken fingers and the dumplings, because those were good. And then we went back inside to look at merch for another 3 hours. But also, like, when we were eating, we didn't sit down because the food area is so full of people, because everybody was eating around that time. Like, everybody eats around, like, 12 all the way up to, like, probably 6. And then people start, like, leaving around, like, 7, because they close most of the stands around, like, 7. So we were back in the merch hall for a good 3 hours. And honestly, 3 hours sounds like a long time, but we still couldn't look at everything. Like, that's how much shit there is there. So we went back in. Oh, cool. My friend is telling me what she did yesterday. Oh, that's cool that they got to have a glimpse of David Tennant. I'm so jealous. Maybe we should have walked by where David Tennant was doing meet and greets, but we saw a couple of other people. We actually saw the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I was dying. I can't believe I just saw him, and he did, like, the voice. I should have filmed it. I don't know why I didn't. I was just staring at him. I was like, oh my god, that's Courage the Cowardly Dog. And then also later in the day, or I don't know if he was even there today, but at the end of that section of, like, a couple of people lined up that were doing meet and greets was Sean Ashton. But he wasn't there. Just, like, his booth was there. And I was like, oh my god, it's Samwise Gamgee. But he wasn't there. But I was, like, so excited if he was going to be there, because I fucking love Sean Ashton. I think he's a great actor. I forget what else he was in that I really loved, but I love him. I think he's so much better than Elijah Wood. Oh my god, he's such a good actor. And everybody knows that Frodo would have been fucked if Samwise did not save him. Everybody knows that. So anyway, I was thinking about doing a red liner, but I think I'm gonna do black because I actually want to carry the red underneath as well. So I think if I do red liner, it's gonna be too much red and my eyes are just gonna look bloodshot, but now I'm, like, a little bit annoyed. I could have gotten up a bit later. And I could have watched another episode of 6 Feet Under, but it's fine. I'm on the 3rd season now, and I'm literally obsessed. I cannot stop watching it. I haven't watched anything else. All I've been watching is 6 Feet Under. I love it so much. But at least I'm on the 3rd season now. Why is that so red? I think I need a little bit more concealer here, because I think just some of the eyeshadow got over here. And the same over here. That always happens, and then I never fix it, and then I'm like, why is it like that? So anyway, so I got a Barbie shirt after that. So the first t-shirt that I got during the first half of us looking around at everything, I got this Guardians Rocking Through the Galaxy shirt. So, like, the stand that we went to, like, has all these, like, funny combos of, like, different movies together with, like, the characters that are on them. It's, like, a super popular stand, and they have it in, like, 3 different sections in Comic-Con. And I'll show it to you. It's so cute. But I saw them in the same section last year that I was like, I kind of want a shirt this year. So since my friend got 2, I was like, I'll just get 1. Sorry, give me a second. So let's figure out what I want. My face feels a little dry. I think it's because of the primer, but also, like, my sponge wasn't the absolute cleanest, but I did clean it last night, but it's just making my skin feel a little bit dry, so. Okay, so let's do, all right, whatever. Sorry. What do I want for the inner corners? I know I want one of the golds. I think I'm going to do Mummy's Curse again. It's just such a good shade. And that's like the shade I always use on the inner corners from this palette. Who is that? Oh. Okay. Just my friend from telling me what they did yesterday. Because, so originally I was supposed to go yesterday with my friend. Because all my other friends go on Saturday. But honestly, I'm kind of glad that we went Friday because we just got to do like whatever we wanted to do, and mostly we wanted to get merch. Like, that's mostly the reason why we go. But also we saw like most of the cosplay going up and down the escalator when we were eating, which was so cool. So anyway, that looks so pretty. I'm so glad I used that shade because it looks gorgeous. And then I think I'm just going to take the shade Cemetery on the lower lash line. Why is it doing that? I don't know if that was because of the concealer, but it shouldn't be doing that. So I'm just going to use my finger. Yeah, that's way better. So anyway, oh my god, what is that? Getting annoyed. Okay, so we were looking at merch again, and I got a Barbie t-shirt, and then I also got this little Pokeball thing. And then so my souvenir every year at Comic-Con is a Loungefly bag. And I know that you can get Loungefly bags online. You can get them like in a lot of different places online, but I love buying them at Comic-Con. Like, that's my thing now. Like, that's what I do at Comic-Con is I buy a Loungefly bag. Like, that's my souvenir. So, but they literally keep Loungefly in so many different places at Comic-Con. It's honestly like overwhelming just trying to find all the stands. But we found a good 5 stands that were selling Loungefly bags. So the very first stop though that we made as soon as we got in there was we went to the Loungefly main stand that was right next to you, like as soon as you walk in, because that stand is selling all of the Comic-Con exclusive bags because they always come out with Comic-Con exclusives. But honestly, all of those were ones that I didn't want. So I just looked at them and I was like, meh, I don't want them. So we found like quite a few other stands throughout the day as we were looking. But I kept on coming back to this one stand because they had the bag that I kind of really wanted. But we did find a good 2 other stands that were just exclusively selling Loungefly. And they had a shit ton. Like, they had the backpacks. So we came back to one stand twice, but we actually didn't end up buying anything at that one. I went back to the smaller stand that didn't have as many, but they were the only stand that had this bag. And for me, since I already have a Sleeping Beauty bag, my two other favorite Disney princesses and also my two other favorite Disney movies are Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. So I was trying to get either a Beauty and the Beast one or a Aladdin one, but I decided to buy the Beauty and the Beast one from the smaller stand. So this is what it looks like, and I'm literally so obsessed with it. I think it's so adorable, and I've always wanted one of the backpacks, and I'm just so happy that the first one that I have is a Belle one, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so fucking cute. So I bought the bag from the like smaller stand that didn't have as many. And then, but they were, again, the only stand that had this one. And I think they only had one of each bag. So I was like, I was so glad that I bought it from there. And then we actually finally stumbled upon the stand that I went to get my bag last year, and that was like the biggest stand that had like the most Loungefly bags. Like, it was huge. They had probably close to 100 bags or more there, and I was like, oh my god, this was the stand I was looking for literally the whole day. And we finally stumbled upon it like towards the end of the day, around like a little bit after like 6:15 or something. But I did buy the matching wallet from that stand. So now I have the matching wallet to go with the bag, and I freaking love the wallet. It's so cute. It has like I'm trying to hide like my cards and stuff, but that's what like the inside looks like. It's just super duper cute. I love it. I think it's so cute. I love the zip. I love zip wallets, so I'm literally obsessed with this. I'm going to be using this for so long, but I love it. And the little Mrs. Potts zipper, like, so cute. So I'm so happy that I got that one. And also I didn't want like the big backpack, so they have like mini versions. So that one is a mini, I'm pretty sure. I didn't want like the big one. It's like a medium-sized bag. It's not like a huge like backpack. But it's like a medium-sized kind of backpack, and I don't need one that's that big. But then, at the smaller stand, that's where I found that one, and they had some other really cute ones. But I didn't want to buy it after the first time we saw it, because I'm like, I really want to see if we can find other ones at other stands, and we ended up stumbling upon two other ones. We actually ended up stumbling upon three, but we couldn't find the other stand that we found before. But then we ended up stumbling upon the biggest one anyway at the end, and that's where my friend found the one that he wanted, but he didn't end up getting it. But the only thing is that, because he wanted an Avatar one, but he didn't end up getting it. Because he's like, I don't know if I'm really going to use it. And I was like, then don't buy it. The only thing is that the stand that I bought mine at didn't have any discounts on them. And the other two bigger stands both had discounts. Like, the other stand that we went to before we went to the last one that we found, that I got the wallet from, the other stand was doing 2 for $100. So basically, like, which was actually a pretty good deal. So, like, I was honestly debating about getting 2 from there, but it's like, I only need 1. But that was honestly a really good deal, because that one was like almost $80. But at the same time, I would have spent like the same price online anyway, and they don't even have that one available on Loungefly anymore, or Hot Topic. The only other place I saw it on was another retailer called Her Universe, but it's really okay. I wanted to get it from Comic-Con. I didn't want to wait for it to ship and stuff, you know. I just want instant gratification, but also, again, because I wanted to buy it from Comic-Con. So anyway, and then the other stand that we found that was the last one that I bought the wallet from, every bag and every wallet was 15% off. So I just bought the wallet from there, but also, like, I was looking for a wallet at the other stand, like the bigger one, but they didn't have any Bell wallets, but they had a lot of different wallets there. But then I found it, of course, at the biggest one. So I'm just glad I got the matching wallet, and that was everything that I got. So, and then my friend got a few other prints, and that was really it. He only got prints and 2 t-shirts, which I'm actually surprised he didn't get more. He was like shocked that he didn't either. But he actually wanted to get like this big avatar canvas. It was pretty sick. But it was $150, and I was like, Chris, you don't need to spend that if you're not gonna hang it anytime soon. I'm like, it's literally just gonna sit against your wall, and you'll say to yourself every day, I need to mount this, and then you know you're not gonna do it. He's like, yeah, you're right. But also, like, we wanted to go back to that stand because, like, we wanted to go back to every stand that stood out to us about, you know, with things that we wanted. But at least we were able to get back to the Loungefly stand that I wanted to. We ended up stumbling upon it like 3 times. And then actually right around the corner from there was the stand that he was looking at that had the avatar canvas that he wanted. But then he ended up not buying it at that time. He was like, let's go look around more. And then if I don't find anything else I want, can we go back here? But by the time we ended up getting back there, because we ended up finding that other huge Loungefly stand, and then I spent like quite a while there because, you know, I wanted to look at everything, and he was fine with that because I let him look at everything that he wanted to too. But by the time we ended up getting back to that stand with the avatar canvas, they were pretty much closing down because it was like 7 o'clock at that point. And I was like, you don't need it. I'm like, buy one of his prints online. And he's like, but he doesn't have that canvas online. And I was like, but Chris, like, we need to leave. So, yeah, it's whatever. Again, he would have just been wasting money because he wouldn't really use it. I mean, he wasn't going to mount it anytime soon. I'm like, I'm saving you money. So anyway, we also went down to the lower level just to check it out. It's called the Artist Alley. We went there around like a little bit after 6, but they didn't really have anything we wanted. They had like prints and like comic books and stuff, but we just like browsed through there. But I kind of felt like, you know, we were both like so exhausted at that point. I wanted to use the bathroom down there because I had only went when we got to Comic-Con, but I'm glad that I did because I'm like, if I don't go now, I know I'm not going to go for like the rest of the day. So we went like right before we looked at everything. And so I was like, oh, let me use the bathroom, like, because it was like a little bit after 6, so it was like 5 hours since I went last. And that line was just so, it was not moving for no reason. It wasn't a long line, but for some reason, like, nobody was coming out with the stalls, and I was like, fuck this, I'll just go at the restaurant. So, because of course we were gonna go eat after Comic-Con. So, like I said, we went back upstairs and took a last look at everything. And I'm glad I got the matching bag. What am I doing? I'm already screwing up the under eyes because I'm still so friggin' tired. You have no idea how tired I am. But again, that's kind of my own fault. I'm not gonna be able to recover if I don't go to sleep early enough. This look is so friggin' stunning. I cannot. It's so pretty. Like, I love it so much. Okay. So let me just clean up that mascara a little bit. I'm just gonna put on a little bit more concealer. This video is so long, but I had a lot to talk about, so whatever. So yeah, after that, okay, this concealer doesn't blend. Actually, it's okay, but it doesn't blend as well as the House Labs one does when I have to clean up something, but it still looks good. So anyway, so after we, went and took a look at everything, then we finally left at like 7, and we were so tired at that point. So beyond tired. I was like, Chris, we need to go eat. I'm starving. Well, I wasn't starving, but I was just hungry. And also, I just wanted to sit down. I was just so beyond tired at that point. I think I'm going to use my NYX matte bronzer today. I've just been trying to go into other bronzers that I don't use as much. Because, I can kind of get into like a rut of using the same products. I mean, we all do. But with bronzer, like, it doesn't really bother me if I use the same bronzer because bronzer doesn't overwhelm me like other parts of my collection. I also need to get a blush and a highlight, which I didn't even grab yet. So we went to dinner. It took us like 10 minutes to walk there. So we ended up walking from Penn Station to Javits. So that was already a lot of walking. And then we walked for 5 or 6 hours in Comic-Con. And then we walked from the Javits to the restaurant that we were going to, which was called Tamada, I believe. It was a ramen place. Like, because me and him, like, really wanted ramen. And I looked up the place, like, a couple of days before. And it was, like, the closest ramen place to Comic-Con. And also was, like, one of the highest rated. So we went there, and it was really good. So we got there at, like, 7:45. And then we left the restaurant a little bit before 9. And then we got back to Penn around, like, 9:10, 9:15-ish. Let me just grab a blush and highlight real quick. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to go in with my older Odens Eye blush in the shade, I don't even remember the shade name, Warm Sun. I was thinking about doing red, but honestly, like, I don't really want red today because I don't want it to be, like, that harsh. And I don't really want to do red. Oh, nice. So, yeah, the ramen place was really good. I got, like, this, samurai ramen, which had pork shoulder in it with black fungus, which fungus sounds really gross, but it's really not. It's just, like, black mushroom, which mushroom is a fungus, so that's why they call it that. And then, the egg was so good. I added an egg to mine, and it was so good. Oh, my God. Because it was like a brown egg, which was delicious. And then, because those are the more organic eggs. And then the broth was just so good because it was seasoned broth and it was delicious. And then for my highlight, I think I'm just going to go into my Noctilucent palette. I was trying to find a different highlighter and I just could not be bothered. I think I'm going to go into... Oh. I don't know if I want to use this. I don't know. Because I still have... I have only used the Odens Eye highlighter once, but I don't want to use that one yet either again. Or I don't want to use that one again today, if I could speak English. But I also have another one from ColourPop that I haven't used yet. And I was also thinking about using today. And I don't even know where it is right now. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. Okay. Should I use this one? Does these even go with the one I'm wearing? Should we give it a whirl? I think it's pretty. Why not? There's no rules. All right, let's see how this looks, because I've been wanting to use this, and I literally have had it for almost like 2 weeks, and I still have not used it yet. So let's try it out. This is the Sailor Moon one. Huh. Oh my god, now I cannot deal with the messages. Like, I'm getting annoyed. Do I even like how this looks? It's okay. So this is the shade Moonlight. I'm sorry I'm so, like, all over the place today. But I don't know if I like that. I watched Makeup by Treen's video on this collection, and she tried to use this highlighter too, and she said it was really chalky. But yeah, that's not what I'm used to with ColourPop highlighters. So, I don't know if I'm keeping this, because I don't think it looks that great. I mean, I think it's pretty. Maybe I'll use my fingers. It's a lot drier than what I'm used to with ColourPop, but I think it works with this look. But I'm not really that thrilled about it. I'm sorry, I'm literally taking forever. Whatever, I don't care. What does this look like? Because I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I might add like an extra punch to it. Yeah, that doesn't really look good. But it looks good on camera. It looks pretty. I actually think it looks nice. It's more subtle than what I'm used to with ColourPop, but I kind of like how it looks with this look. So I think I'm just gonna wear that one because I'm kind of feeling it. Maybe I'll add a tiny bit of extra sparkle with a little bit of far out. Yeah, that's pretty. And like overpower it too much. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that looks pretty. I don't know. When I'm this tired, I never know what I want to use. Okay, so that's that. Pretty. I'm taking so long. I am taking so long to do my makeup today. I don't know why. Okay, and then let me just spray and clean up some stuff, and then we'll do the lips. Okay, so I think it looks pretty. I don't know. I like how it looks, though. So for my lips, I'm going to go into the Blend Bunny lip liner in the shade Dollface. I just set my eyes with the, my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and then I set my face with Milk Makeup Spray, as always. So I'm just going to line my lips real quick. Okay, so now for the lippy, I'm going to go into one of the matte lip stains from the Halloween collection from Angie and Odens Eye. I actually haven't even used these yet. I've like swatched them on my lips, but I've never actually used them. I've had them for like a couple of days, like 3 days, so now I can finally use one of them. So this one is the shade Shadow Creature. So I'm going to go into that shade. It's like such a pretty like matte red. Oh, okay. It's not as red as I thought, which I kind of like. And it's going to mix really well with the liner then. I actually thought it was a little bit more intense than this, but it's not. So these feel like very pillowy, velvety on the lips. It's a matte lip stain. But I don't know. I wouldn't really describe it as a lip stain. Why is this so annoying? It's kind of more like a, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what it feels like to me. Because I don't own the lip clays from Kaleidos, but everybody said they feel very similar to those. I haven't ordered from Kaleidos in quite a long time, so. And Angie said the same thing about their current collection, that it's really boring, so. I'm just going to finish this up off camera. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. I absolutely love the lippy. It's so pretty. It's actually like exactly the kind of color that I wanted. And it actually feels really, really nice and lightweight on the lips. It's really pretty. It's very smooth. And I like it. It kind of reminds me of the Blend Bunny liquid lipstick, which is one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. So yeah, here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. The only thing I'm like not crazy about is like my cheek selection, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty with it. Like once the lippy was on, I guess it looks pretty good. Should I change it to a red blush? Because that's what I was thinking about doing, but I just think that's too monochromatic. Like that's just too much red. So I think I'm glad I went with the orange. And yeah, I think it works. I think it looks pretty. So yeah, I love this palette. I am going to keep on using it, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it's just such a beautiful formula, and it just looks so pretty, and I really love this look. So yeah, that is it, you guys. I'm going to go because I feel like I've been doing this like forever, and my friend's going to be a little late anyway. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. And let me know if you guys went to Comic-Con this year. I would love to hear what your experience was at the New York Comic-Con. I love going. This is now my second year that I've done it, and I literally have a blast, but my body is taking a toll. Like, I am hurting everywhere. So, yeah, I feel like Tuesday I'm just going to rest. I'm going to see my boyfriend tomorrow, but after tomorrow, I need a day. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I really love how it turned out. I think everything looks really good. And yeah, that's it. Bye. Oh yeah, I didn't show you my dress. I'm just going to show you a picture. I forgot I was going to show you guys a picture of it. And I got quite a few compliments on it, so I'm glad. So this is what my dress looked like. It was matching with the bag, and that was me at the huge Loungefly stand. So there's all the like wallets behind me, and this bag was the bag that I got last year, so that's why I got the dress, was to match the bag that I got last year. So I think I'm going to do that again next year, and I'm definitely going to use the Beauty and the Beast bag, obviously. But this bag weighed down my shoulder so much, and I think that's why my left shoulder hurts so much, because I wore my purse on that side. So yeah, that's it. Bye.